All right. Sorry for being a little late, everyone. Let's see here. Still trying to gather my thoughts and everything like that. Let's see here. Can I change this? Here, 1 minute. Since nobody's here. Since nobody's here, I can probably do this. Let's see here. What happens if I do this? Oh, don't give me that crap. Does anything actually happen or no? Check, check. Hey, hey, 1, 2. Hey, hey, 1, 2. Check, check. Hey, hey. Yeah, it's not going to work. All right, just shut that off. All right, so let's change this up to the integrated webcam. All right, and let's add people. Copy, okay. All right, so if you want to join, there you go. So I'm the only one here, so it doesn't matter. Hey everyone, Scott from Scott's Moto Adventures, and just wanted to, we're having a snowpocalypse here in Pennsylvania, pretty much the whole East Coast. It's a pretty nasty storm right now. I think it's toward the end. So we're having that, and then so I figured, okay, now would be a good time to do a live stream. And as I'm watching this, like Tamara Gabriel, who's someone I really respect, she's doing a live stream. I think a lot of people are doing a lot of live streams right now. And I'm just trying to figure this out right now, trying to set this all up here. So it's cool. All right, so there's at least one person viewing, and that's me. So anyway, we do have, just talking about motorcycles on a Sunday night during the snowstorm. Let's see here. Okay, and share screen. Okay, I don't want that, but I will take a look at something that I want to do, and that is quick go in here, talk about some stuff I've done in the last couple of weeks. All right, and can I do it this way? No, just give me my channel. I know this is very, very okay. There we go. So cool. And as you can see, I'm doing a live stream. Videos. Let's go to videos here. Did a couple videos the last couple of weeks here, and figured I'd talk about them. And that is, first one was first ride of the year, and you can see some of my information here. Okay, cool. So first ride of the year, basically. It was January 1st. My bike is, the BMW is still not together. I have not been really working on anything this winter because it's been so cold. So I do have the parts. I just have to finish it up. And it would have been done if I wouldn't have played with the throttle bodies. But I'm like, oh, I'll play with them. I've got to take one off, and I should have just left everything alone. So this is my January 1st. I had a lot of trouble getting the little Grom clone started. And then once I did get it started, it just wasn't It wasn't running completely right. I think it's just too cold. Carb might be gummed up. I need to replace that. So it was a pretty good little ride. It was cold as hell. It was probably one of the coldest rides I've been on. But it was just a quick little ride. I know my wife was like, "Hey, can you go get something to eat?" Like, so I went to Sheets, because that's my place of choice. And so I ended up wanting to go there and just riding around the neighborhood. I mean, this way I probably could make a ride, and there's a Sheets up there, but I decided to go to the other one instead. And yeah, so that was pretty much um, my uh, kind of what I wanted to do. First ride of the year, just give you guys an update on what's going on. Second, second, my second video. Here we'll get out of this here. All right, and second video. I really uh wanted to make a video about just Senna products. I'm a Senna fan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not biased. I have a Cardo and I also have a Senna, and I have a couple Sennas, but I really like the Senna. I think it's a good product. And oh, sorry, you get to see more. Let's bump that up here. I don't want to show all my specs, but um, yeah. So it's a quick it's a video about what they have and what's going on with them. And I was really taken aback about how little marketing they did on their stuff. I just thought it was really um I just thought it was just really bad. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Um so I just was really like disappointed. They came out with this stuff all the way back in November, and here I didn't find out about it until early January. So I just was like, I was really disappointed with the Senna marketing. But they have some really good, interesting devices now. I know I think it was either the I think the Vortex is the one I like. It's a good beginner one. Um, the one I didn't like was I think it was the Apex, where, like I said, I really don't like the four-way Bluetooth comms. Like, we're in the 21st century. We're in 20, yeah, and no more of those lights. They just distract me too much. But yeah, so they ended up not really doing, like, the Vortex, the Apex just wasn't, to me, a good idea. But like I said in the video, if it sells, it sells. And I think that's what's going on. Like, the free com sells. So good for them. Um but since the free com sells, Senna thought they should get into it. I'm like, all right. So I was kind of like, all right, I get it, but I don't like it. But if they think they can make money on it, good for them. Um, I mean, it's a good across the board. It's pretty good. I feel bad for the Senna 60S people who bought it and thinking it was a flagship for a while, and then a couple weeks later or a couple months later, they go, "Oh, well, we got this X product, which is even better and slimmer." Um, I still think here. I'm gonna quick. Um, I'm gonna. Oh wow, that's a neat feature. The 60S. So I mentioned this, and I'm going to share this tab here. All right, so we're talking about the Senna 60S here, and oh wow, they sell it on AliExpress. So I look at this, and I'm like, the boxy design. Yeah, whatever. the boxy design, you know what? Okay, share this tab instead. So you got to switch it. This design here, it looks very boxy. It just doesn't look good. Kind of looks like this. Here, let me see this. Senna 50S. No, not 50S. 50C. I mean, doesn't look that much different. 50C. 60S. It looks all very similar to the 50C. Like they were supposed to put a camera in it, and they're like, well, let's keep the costs low and just put a flashlight in it. So anyway, let's start share this tab again. So yeah, is this thing even going yet? Yeah, it's still going. So I mean, that's kind of where I'm coming from. Like, I just didn't think it was I wanted to critique it a little bit, and I kind of want to critique a lot of things in my life. A lot of other videos I've seen. Yeah, I'm not really impressed with the Senna. Like, I am and I'm not. I mean, I think they did an update that needed to be done, and because because of what it was, they need to do what they need to do. So because of that, it's like, it is what it is. I'm happy for waterproofing across the board. I'm happy for wireless charging. I'm happy for wireless updates, which is all stuff they needed to do a long time ago. And I wasn't going to see that with their current product. So I'm glad they did that. I wanted to make a video because nobody else made a video about it. Next up. Okay, so I've already gone through. Nobody's really chimed in or anything. I wanted to so I just wanted to just talk about that stuff. I think next up, I want to talk about just what I'm doing this year. I think I did that last live stream, but I'll do it again. In June, I am going to the BMW MOA rally in Vermont, which is, I went to the one in Tennessee. I really liked it. I'm going to go to the one in Vermont. Don't know what I want to do. If I want to go to Mount Washington or if I want to go to one of the amusement parks up there. There's a breakfast. There's a cafe up there I want to hit up. They sell goose egg omelets, so I want to go there. The next thing I want to do is I just signed up for the Soggy Bottom Moto Fest. I paid for that. I'm fully into that. It's I'm going to go moto camping. It's going to be run by Kissel in Port. Or you know what? How about I share that? Share this tab instead. Okay, so Soggy Bottom. It's becoming more popular. You have a couple different things you can do. Dual sport. So if you have a dual sport, if you have adventure bikes, you can do that, or sport touring. I actually signed up for sport touring with my GS in the hope that somebody will actually like do something. Like what I could do is I could say, hey, I'm actually here just for the adventure riding. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And just so I'm kind of doing that. And anyway, Soggy Bottom. So you got, I'm going to go find some places in central PA. I have a tent. I am on the fence about getting a new tent. My tent's about 4 years old. There's nothing wrong with it. And I'm afraid that I have FOMO. And FOMO, fear of missing out. So Dork in the Road and Moto Camp Nerd has been really pushing bike pack stuff as of late. And I'm not saying what they're doing is wrong. I don't even know if he has any UL2s, Moto Camp Nerd. So Moto Camp Nerd, like, I mean, if you watch Dork in the Road, you know how much they advertise. You know, I have opinions. They're not 100% positive. But anyway, so taking a look here, share this tab instead. So we're going to go on their website here. That cookbook is way too much money at $40, and she still hasn't gone camping yet in Alaska like she wanted to. That was Amanda's original idea. So Dork in the Road recently, he didn't buy it. He got it, a UL3. He did buy the UL2. He did buy the UL2. Actually, they had the UL1. Wow. Oh no, it's a brand new one. So the Copper Spur, and if it's not on here, which it might actually be out, it might actually be gone already. I was thinking about getting not a 2026 UL2. I was thinking about getting here. Let me go on Scamazon. Okay. Camping tents. Hey, it's like you know me. Okay, cool. Been looking at Nature Hike. Let's see here. Bike packing. Like I've been looking at something like this, where the price is right. It's not the newest one, but it's something that would actually work. My tent is no longer available. My tent, they have actually like taken off the internet right now. So I'm on like I have FOMO right now, and it's like, well, do I really want to buy it? And I'm on the fence about what I want to do. The Big Agnes tent here looks really good. This is one of those things where it's like I really think it's not a bad product. I know it's a good product. I mean, I do believe Moto Camp Nerd does sell good products. It's just I don't like the way they push it, to say the least. That's kind of my problem. That's a me deal. My spidey sense is going off about that. So let's see here. Let's go to Nature Hike back tent. Let's see here. One tigress. It's not anything. Nature Hike, one person. How about this? Nature Hike. Bike packing. Because the thing with Moto Camp Nerd is they're really pushing bike packing, and it's like, and I'll give the link. I'll put the link somewhere. Actually, I know exactly how to put the link. I think it's Chasing the Horizon, or it might be 200 miles before breakfast. So they brought, as soon as he became a sponsor, Ben from Moto Camp Nerd ended up being on that show, and I was like on that podcast, and I was like, okay. I personally don't. He kind of like pulled back the curtain, and I thought that was really good. But what bothered me was just wow, I gotta go through this because there's some good people on here that I have not listened to yet. But anyway, he went on there. He bought a BMW because he's making enough money to buy a BMW outright. And there's a lot of stuff missing on here. There's Dutch, there's Gene. There's Paul. There's he's not on here. That is weird. So anyway, so he he's going on, he's talking about he's talking about what he's doing. He actually wanted to make gear. Like he actually wanted to make Ben from Moto Camp Nerd wanted to make gear, and it just there's no episodes found. That's weird. Huh. So he ended up I know he ended up buying a BMW, and he see if I can find another link here. They might have pulled that episode. If they did, I wonder why. So he's talking about how he wants to make gear and how he's gone through all this research and all that other stuff, which is great. But nothing's really come of it. And I'm just kind of wondering what the hell is going on. So I don't know if there's nothing. I'm looking here, but I'm not seeing, unless it was Chasing the Horizon. It might have been Chasing the Horizon. And you get probably like, we don't care. This is going to bother me. Yeah, let's see here. BMW, Chasing the Horizon. So anyway, yeah, and the Chasing the Horizon thing looks really crappy. I like how the other one is. This one, the other one is not that good. I think because the other one is interviews like with members, and then some of them are interviews with non-members. I'm looking here, building bikes. Yeah, I think it might be under here. 3. I know this is great YouTubing here, but I want to. Yeah, here we go. Ben Williams. Share. I can't do it that way. Anyway. Here, I'll just post this. So yeah, there's a whole episode of he basically wanted to make gear and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's cool, but it's been a couple of years and nothing's come of it except a couple of new bikes and a lot of free gear for people, and it's like, yeah, what's really going on? So I question if he made that up or if Wes Fleming made it up. And I respect Wes, but I hope not one of them made it up. But anyway, I'm looking at bike packing tents, and there's some ultralight stuff. $139. It's not bad. That's a backpacking tent, though. I don't want a backpacking. I want a bike pack. But what I'm seeing with these nature hike, the dimensions are nowhere near as good as the Big Agnes. And I hate to say that because, like, oh man, they're I mean, I kind of like this. It's $85. It's not a bad little tent. They don't make it 2-person, whereas the other one was a 2-person. Feature and specs. Here's where I'm getting my measurements. Here's where it comes in. Okay, like the maximum. Basically, my question is how how does it pack? And if you go up here, I think it shows you here. Okay. Pack 15.7 inches, whereas the Moto Camp Nerd was like shorter. It was 13 inches. This is 6 inches round, I forget the other one. I mean, that one was weird because you had your main pack and then you had your secondary pack. So and it's a one person, whereas the other one's a two person. So I mean, I'd rather go with the two person. I don't think Nature Hike sells a two person. I didn't. I guess they're pushing this one. All right. Okay, that looks cool. Oh, it's bike packing and backpacking. All right. And this is great stuff here, talking about moto camping in the middle of winter. Let's see here. All right. 4 pounds. That's not bad. It's not giving me sizes though. I want sizes like what is the size of the actual bike pack setup here? And like, is this going to make or break me? Here we go. Okay. Here we go. This actually might not be horrible. This actually might be a better choice because if I'm paying $385, this is like half the price. You have 2 doors. I'll have to take a look at this. This actually might do. I guess you can do 2 different modes. And this actually might be a better choice. Mode 1, pole bag is attached underneath. Main bag, attach the pole bag to the front. Mode 3, store the pole bag, blah, blah, blah. So, all right. So I might have to look at this. The Montero, that actually might. How do I add it to a list? Okay, cool. Add it to a list. And look, here's another thing I want to complain about. You got a pillow for a whole whopping $22. Motor Camp Nerd has something for 50, and then the guy selling it's telling me it's affordable at $50. It's a similar pillow. We're headed toward a recession, people. So, anyway, so that is one of the things I'm looking at right now. Looking for a new tent, maybe a new pillow, because I know my neck was killing me last time I camped, but I was also stupid and drinking too much. I wasn't day drinking. So that's cool. But anyway, so let's go back to the Soggy Bottom. Share this tab instead. So yeah, looking forward to this. A lot of the BMW MOA people are doing this event, are going to this event. I think we've got like 7, 8 people. So I'm really looking forward to it. I could have got a hotel room. I didn't want to do that. But maybe learn some riding or go on some adventure rides. And then check out some new areas. And then the other thing is, so I'm going to go to the meetup page and I'm going to show this off. See, I don't know what other rallies I want to go to. There are a couple of. Okay, how about this? How about I go instead of before I go to this? Let me go to the. I got the Square Root Rally in 2026 that I'm looking for. That I know somebody who has done a lot of work with that organization, and there we go. I don't think it's ready yet. Like I think the dates are up, but I don't think it's quite ready yet. So that's kind of what like here we go. Square Root Rally 2025. So yeah, we got that, and we got, that was the 50th year, first week. But the problem is, like, the 1 week I'm going to, I would be going to this, and then I'd be going to the MOA rally. I don't think my wife would be too happy with me. So I think it'd be better if I don't do that. But anyway, so you got like rides to Bob's BMW, some other stuff. Morton's comes up, I guess. Nice little group of people. So that's another rally I've been thinking about. But like I said, because you have the BMW MOA rally, which I am signed up for, and then this the week before, I don't think I'm going to do it. I think the weekend before I'm going to go to somewhere else. and I'm gonna go somewhere else instead and do that. Uh, so it's a good rally. I know Bruce Diamond. He's a member of the Lehigh Valley Beamers, and hey Pat, um, it's one of those rallies that I was thinking about. There's a group ride with the Lehigh Valley Beamers the week before, and I just don't know if I'm gonna. I think I would rather do the group ride the week before, take a week off, spend the time at home, and then go to the BMW MOA rally, because that one's to me the most important. I cannot make the RA rally because I know and a member of the Lehigh Valley Beamers, and he didn't mean it in a negative way, but it will come off negative. Calls you guys, he calls them rally rats, and some guys are going to do they're going to go do the Square Root Rally, which is like early June. Then they're going to go do the BMW MOA Rally, which is, the motorcycle group. And then you're going to do the BMW RA Rally, which I think is in Michigan. And I would love to go do that, but I can't be doing like all these rallies. I am going to rallies for research next year for something for 2027. I'm going to keep that close to my chest right now. And like the BMW MOA rally, that's in Vermont. Looking forward to that because I hate this. So anyway, so I'm gonna go up there and do that here. So we know that's in Vermont. So BMW RA rally 2026. No, it's in Wisconsin. I know I said that's the United Sidecar thing. Where is it this year? Okay, what's the BMW RA? Let's go there first. Okay, BMW. And I don't mean to talk about this in a negative way, but there is a split between the RA and the MOA. And I know the Lehigh Valley Beamers now that we are we're what they consider a charter group, where we are now we're now supported by the MOA better. There's no way we're going to be an RA. I don't think there's any way we can be an RA group right now. And so the RA is the RA National Rally. Where's the National Rally? Yeah, it's up in Wisconsin. So now that we are a big club, let me see what we call ourselves. About the club, we are social. We were told to not. It's a chapter club. It's not a charter. Yeah, I hope you. Yeah, Pat. I hope you can make your way to some of this stuff too. I got to watch. I got to watch Frank's Chili Willy episode finally. I don't know why the algorithm does not push his stuff toward my YouTube, but I got to watch that finally. Really cold down there. I don't know if I'm going to do that one, and if I do, someone has to have a hot tent and a wood stove, and you can get a portable wood stove. But back to what I was talking about with the RA stuff. I can't do the Square Root Rally, I can't do the BMW MOA rally, and then this all 3 weeks back to back to back. Like the one guy from my group calls them rally rats, and for the guys who are retired, yeah, that works for you. Me, I got a wife and I still got work, so I can't be going to all these all the time. So I'm going to be going to MOA Rally, Soggy Bottom Rally, which is almost sold out. Yeah, here we go. I don't know if Pat saw this. I mean, I sent it to him. Patrick saw this. I sent it to him. I'm now officially signed up, and they're sold out of dual sport, sold out of adventure bike. I signed up for sport touring, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to um I'm going to say when I get there I'm allowed to, this is for the DEP or the PADCNR, just to say, "Hey, we're going to have this many people." Um I'm going to go and say, "Hey, I'm actually going to be an adventure bike rider." And they're not going to care. They just wanted to have like a rough guess for this organization. Um, so looking forward to that. And then after July, I don't have any rallies for August. September, I'm going to be out of town for a little bit. So, and on a non-motorcycle thing. So I'm going to not care about riding bike for a little bit and not care about work and not even care about YouTube. Um, I'm gonna be on a cruise, and the last time I was on a cruise, I love I love a lot of you creators and stuff, but I needed a break from YouTube. Like I needed a break. Like I could go on Facebook, but I couldn't watch stuff on YouTube. And you know what? I don't care. I needed a break, and so it was kind of a nice way to digital detox, and but not digital detox. Like it was like diet. It was digital diet basically. So, that was a 4-day cruise. This next one's gonna be a 7-day cruise, and I don't mean this to sound like a cruise man's garage video, but I'm looking forward to it. Cruise man actually his his Goldwing content's very good, and then the cruise report, his cruise stuff is very good, like, I did a Virgin Voyage last time, and I was a little he did a review on that. I was a little worried he was gonna get a little mean about it, but he was actually super nice, and he really enjoyed himself. So it kinda made me feel like, okay, I wasn't it's actually a good cruise for everybody. So I'm glad he enjoyed it. I do respect his cruise reviews. I think they are very, very good. And then his motorcycle stuff, for the most part, is good. I question some of his Acosta reviews, especially one battery almost lit itself on fire, and then he continued to review stuff. I would have been like, "Get out of my house." I was like, "Don't ever send anything to me again. You almost burned down my house." But he's better at marketing than I am, so good for him. Um, so yeah, so that's and then, you know, I don't know what I wanna do for September, October. I gotta look at a couple of things. Maybe August is when I do some motorcycle, trips for myself. Like, I wanna go to Kennywood this year um, in near Pittsburgh. That's an amusement park that I haven't hit in a while. It's been 7 years. They finally got their Pittsburgh Steelers roller coaster figured out. They also have some other stuff figured out. So, I think maybe that's when I go. I'm looking forward to that. And I don't know, I mean, do I wanna make it a Cedar Point, Kennywood? Not really. So but I do wanna go to Cedar Point. It's been a while, and I have the season pass, the gold season pass. I picked it up for $100. So I can go to Dorney Park, I can go to Cedar Fair, or I can go to Cedar Point. I can go up to the Great Escape if I wanna go up there um for the rally. I wanna hit up Great Adventure. I've never been there, which I should have been. Um, where else? I miss Six Flags America. Um, I should have made an attempt last year before it closed, but, even John from Road Reality is like, "Yeah, that you don't wanna go down there." He's like, "It's rough." Um, see where else could I go? Um Oh, I can go up to La Ronde up in Canada when I go to Vermont. I'm actually pretty close to Canada. So if I take my passport and I play my cards right, I could actually quick run up and go there. And with my season pass, that works. But La Ronde's not a great park. Great Escape has a newer coaster, so I'm interested in that. And then Cedar Fair, they finally got Top Thrill 2 working good. They got Siren's Curse, which is a cool, yet scary coaster. There, we got that. It's a tilt coaster. So let's quick go to, yeah, it's a, yeah, crap, I gotta, yeah, give me this. I mean, it's a tilt coaster. It's pretty scary, so it's something I'd be interested in. Um, but yeah, this is kind of what I'm interested in. Maybe go there, and it's been years. I have not. Let's see. I haven't written that. That's Valraven behind it. Haven't hit that. Haven't hit Top Thrill 2. Um, what else? What else have I missed? I've missed a lot of coasters there. I haven't uh not Steel Vengeance. Yeah, Steel Vengeance. Because what they did with this one is they yeah, continue the site here. So they ended up taking an old wooden coaster that sucked and they made it good. So I don't know. I'm gonna go to Kennywood. I mean, that's Kennywood I like. Last time I went, it just was bad weather, so I want to go there. There's some old rides. Let me see here. Let me pull up some stuff so you guys understand what I'm talking about. Kennywood, Kennywood Kangaroo ride. All right, and images. Let's pop this open. I never got to ride this, and it really bothered me. So this is before they redid it, and they made it look a lot nicer, but it was like this when I was there, and it was falling apart and just rough. There were two things that were going on. Either they were giving up on it, and hopefully nobody would be mad, or they just had a bad PR person. All they needed to do was say, "Hey, we're going to take it out for the year." For a year or two, figure it out, rebuild it, and bring it back. And what they ended up doing was they pissed a lot of people off. And here, I'll show you what it looks like now. It looks very similar, but you know, looks a little bit better. They gave it some theming, cleaned it up, made it nice. So anyway, they just forgot, like they just I either they didn't have the person rebuilding it lined up, or they just didn't have a good PR person. That year, I think they got rid of like 5 rides. I think it was like 2020 to 2021 or 2021 to 2022. And it just was like really disturbing that they did that. So and then either the PR person, what happened if they got bought out a second time, or if they got bought out, or if they hired a new PR person, but then all of a sudden they said, "Hey, the it's coming back," and which was the right thing to do. All they had to do was say, "Hey, some of these rides are too old. We can't fix them anymore. We're done." And but they should have said, like, "Hey, we're going to try to fix like the Kangaroo. We're working on some paperwork. We're working on setting out the bids or something, or we're looking for someone that's interested in fixing this ride because it's a one of a kind ride." And I think they did find somebody, so that's great. That's great that they did that. Yeah, let me get back to something because I'll probably end on this. So, um, the end of the year here, we have something that I'm doing, and I'm going to bring up the meetup because it's the Lehigh Valley Beamers thing. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to. It's not going to be my video. It's going to be Lehigh Valley Beamers, and they have their own YouTube channel now. Well, they've had it for like 2-3 years, and now you could add. Now they're producing more stuff, and I'm going to do a tech day. So let me share this tab. And so Vince the president did a really good job of. Let me use my mouse as a pointer. He did a really good job of making like a nice AI photo. That's AI. That's really good. Like I love it. That's where AI can be good. especially for like just some random organization like us. But I'm going to have some Cardo stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link on my site, and then probably what I'm going to do is like you can now with YouTube, they're hosting, but then like I will be the guest, so it'll simulcast on both channels, and then on top of it, I'll put the link up so you guys can watch that. The BMW group, we are trying to get bigger. We're trying to get better. We're trying to get I don't want to like insult anybody or anything like that, but before Vince came in, it was a different kind of group. It was just mainly like a more relaxed. We're going to go to the restaurant. We're going to go talk about our rides, and then we might go for a ride, but most of the time we don't. It's still a ride to food group. You still get a lot of rides to certain restaurants. Like I went to Skeeter's last year, and that's a barbecue place up in up north near I forget what town that is in. Anyway, so I went up there, and it was nice. I got a Cottywomple stop, and I was happy with that. But since Vince has taken over, since things have like he's pushing more to be a more traditional group, like the Detroit touring group, the Detroit. Me before I talk stupid here. Detroit, yeah, because I know Detroit BMW group. BMW, not the dealership, BMW Motorcycle Club. It's like the touring club. I think it's the BMW Touring Club of Detroit. We're trying to get more in their vein. We're trying to act like other groups that have been around for a while. So we're just playing catch up, and I'm doing a tech day. The thing is, like, especially with BMW, it's not as hands-on as like a dirt bike group or a Yamaha group or a Ural group or whatever. Like those groups are much more hands-on because they either don't have the money or they don't have the means or they're doing whatever to do things. Like we do have a tire changer. We've had a couple of tire change days, but I didn't go to any of those. We've never had a prep day where like beginning of the year prep day where like you bring your bike in and we go through and we check the valves and we do that. We don't do any of that. It's something, but I need to have more guys that can actually like do that kind of work. And a lot of guys, they're very well off, or they're well off enough where they can, or they feel more comfortable with the dealership doing it. And I get it. Like, okay, you're paying these paid technicians to do this. I don't really have the funds to do that. So I got to do it myself. But yeah, that's kind of where, so I'm going to do a tech day. So in the last year, I've had a couple of group rides, and like when I do group rides, it's like 1 or 2 people. I think the Skeeter ride was the most at like 8. And I always get that one guy who's like, well, I have a new headset, but it's at home. I didn't put it on this week. I have an old one and we got to figure out a way to connect it. And I absolutely hate that. Like I like group rides, connecting the headsets together. Cardo and Senna is a huge deal. And I'm lucky to have both. I don't have a DMC unit. It's the only thing I wish I had. I got to do more research on it. And so I was like, I'm tired of this. I want to have a group tech day where we all sit down, or we put a live stream up. I record it. We go through it and we're done. And that's kind of what I'm doing. And, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. I'm just going to say, hey, I want to, I want to do it this way. And this is how we're going to do it. Because like the club on paper does not, like, our unofficial preferred way of speaking is Senna Mesh. And I really do like it. I do like it. It's just works. It's a great system. But you got guys coming in with like I have the Spirit HD. I know a couple ways to get it to work onto the mesh network. You have a couple guys with free comms. Same deal. Like I was on that Skeeters ride. There was a gentleman who came up to me and he goes, "Hey man, I hear you know how to hook this stuff up." And I was like, "All right, give me this." I remembered from the video how to hook it up. I got it into pairing mode, paired it to my Senna 50S. We were done. We were ready to go. He goes, I was on the road with these guys for a week last week in West Virginia, and we could not figure that out. I go, like, I just know. Like, I mean, I watched the Cardo videos. So that's kind of what I do to figure that out. So I want to have a class. We're going to talk about upgrading your stuff right away. We're going to talk about how to connect. I'm going to do some demonstrations. And we're going to go from there because I'm tired of every time I go on a group ride, one guy's like, well, I got this old thing and I don't know how to connect. And it's like, okay, let's hope for the best. I mean, not everyone's going to have up-to-date apps. Not everyone's going to have everything ready to go. Not everybody's going to use Discord. There is a stigma. Like, I know I've used it with the Walton PA crew and it worked great, but I know there's a little bit of stigma. And there's some guys that I ride with in the BMW club, they're military. And there's been some stigma with the military stuff in Discord, all because one idiot decided to leak national secrets on there. So I get why they don't like it, or they think it's a gamer thing. And yeah, it's a gamer thing. I'm usually on the iRacing Indie Discord or the Nebon 5. I'm not on there as much. I don't really have as much to say. They do ARCA and 87 cars, and I'm just not into that. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at and that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna link that to I'm gonna link this stuff to our webs, to my page. I'll probably make it a collab and we'll go from there. So, and that's kind of it's pretty much it. So if you are looking forward to something, I'll post something. Really should post something at the end of the month here. I was working on the PowerPoint during the snowstorm today. I just didn't get all of it done, but anyway, I think that's it. I was the lone wolf today. Pat stopped in for a little bit, but I'm the only guy here, so not a big deal. Anyway, I will. Okay, so anyway, that's it for now. Anyway, that's it for now. I want to thank you guys for watching, and let me play with this real quick here. Okay, cool. That's how you do it. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. If you did come back, oh. We'll talk later, Pat. I want to go to bed. I'm gonna go. I gotta work tomorrow. I do not have off tomorrow. Like all the Lehigh Valley, all Pennsylvania has off. I do not. So anyway, guys, I will catch you guys later. I'll catch you guys later. All right. Have a good one. Have a good night. Stay safe. Yeah.